Kpop Demon Hunters, Jurassic World Rebirth, War of the Worlds, speed review. I'm also doing Hammer Calls. So these three movies were all movies that I had feelings about, but not enough for a full video. So I'm doing three real quick. First up, Jurassic World Rebirth. I think this trailer baited me really hard because I was expecting, a good Jurassic movie, but it was not a good movie. I'll be honest, it was not good. I'll give a quick plot summary. So basically, years ago, dinosaurs with a whole gimmick, blah, blah, blah. They broke out, but then they kind of became immersed in the world. But a lot of time passed and suddenly people just don't give a shit about dinosaurs anymore. There are still zoos and whatnot, but the public opinion of dinosaurs is that they don't care. And they basically all just live in the equator now naturally. And thus that has been banned by humanity because if you go there, you're basically just dinosaur food. But everywhere else, they're just slowly dying out because they can't handle the climate. And the whole plot of this movie is this medical company has found a cure to heart disease. And basically they need live samples from the three biggest dinosaurs, land, sea, sky, okay? And they get Scarlett Johansson, who's like this special ops chick. She has her team. And then they got Jonathan Bailey, who plays this dinosaur vet scientist type guy. And he's their expert. And I thought that was a very easy plot to not mess up. Very simple. I thought, okay, gonna be an enjoyable movie. It just sucked. I don't really know what to say. I feel like in the beginning of the movie, they just did a lot of dinosaur killing for kind of dramatic effects, but I feel like that only works if there hasn't been a Jurassic movie before. We all know what dinosaurs can do. It was kind of lame. And just the character decisions in this movie, there's a small family in this movie too, outside of this team. It's this man who takes his two daughters, one who is literally 10 or something, on a fucking sailing boat across dinosaur waters. Are you brain dead? It was so dumb. Other little things in the movie, nitpicking stuff, one of the guys breaks his leg, but I feel like half the scenes, it's not a factor. Then suddenly they remember his leg's broken again and they can't do stuff. Little stuff too, in the beginning of the movie, it's 15 years ago and it shows the scene and then it says 37 years later. So that wouldn't be those numbers exactly, but it was just, So when's the present, the audience's time? I feel like it would have been more simple to do 30 years ago, present, 50 years later. Just something like that. I don't know, it's a nitpick, but it's just so random. And other characters, right? We got all these random dialogue scenes that I felt almost out of order. In the beginning, Scarlett Johansson has this scene where they're mourning the passing of one of the crewmates recently. And then literally 10 minutes later, multiple of her crew members die and they seem to not care. I know they're in now a dinosaur survival area, but it's just what? Why haven't had that scene in the movie? Well, the movie was predictable, in terms of what happened. Let's use this medicine for good. Let's not give it to this company despite the money, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it for good for society. It's just it's kind of hard to explain unless you watch it, but I actually considered walking out of this movie. That's how bad I thought it was. I don't know. I don't think this is a good movie, and I don't think that's an unpopular opinion either. So Jurassic World Rebirth gets 4. Just really disappointing, weird movie. I don't know, don't watch it. Secondly, Kpop Demon Hunters. So this movie I felt came out of nowhere and everyone loves this. I've seen that it's gonna have a whole saga of films made, multiple animated films, talks of live action. I don't think they should do that though. But the basic plot of this movie, right, is there's these K-pop stars, but they're actually secretly demon hunters. And their whole thing is there's harmony thing across the world where their songs make a barrier to stop the demons coming in. So they sing songs to ward off demons, but they also fight and kill demons, all right? And honestly, I think the plot of this movie has a lot of issues, but I don't really think it matters because the animation is just so good and the music is so good. I think it's Billboard top 1. The music is fire. And I'm not really even a K-pop fan. I really like the music in this. Gonna be golden. Together we're glowing. Oh, stuff like that. I actually like all the songs. And Saja Boys. You're my little soda pop pop. But yeah, basically they're close to making permanent harmony and stopping demons from coming out. But then the Saja Boys, who the demon lord has sent these boys to be a boy band to try and steal their fans, to stop their power. So it becomes kind of a fight for popularity against them. So they're trying to fight them while also not giving themselves away. And the main girl in the Huntrix, who's the girl group, turns out to be half demon, which I think is a plot point that they kind of fumbled, just because that whole idea of her being a demon was why she was being really distant from her group and she was trying to understand the demons. I thought plot-wise there was a lot of weird stuff with that because how is she half demon? Her dad's demon. We learned nothing about really her lineage. We know her mom's very anti-demon. She trained them to be like this. But how did she end up with a demon in the first place? I don't really get it. And the leader of the Saja Boys, I think his name's Jinu. Rumi, I think is the main girl name. Him and Rumi kind of start to, they form a relationship and they form a connection. And, I feel as the audience at this point, they're wanting us to question, are the demons all bad? Are they kind of just subject subject to this against their will type thing. But then by the end of the movie, the demons just all end up dying. They end up accepting her for who she is after other stuff, and it's kind of just over. But she's still a half demon now, like she has visible demon marks. So is that not an issue? So the demons are all bad? Why do we not care about her father? Why do we not care that she's half demon? Did we not establish demons are all bad? I don't know. But like I kind of said, I kind of don't really think the plot matters that much, just because the music and the base plot, like it's just K-pop groups battling it out effectively, and the animation. Sony Animation honestly has probably the best animation, some of the best animation studio right now. I feel like they really push the boundaries in terms of what's possible in the industry standard. Like, you know, they got Spider-Verse, they got a bunch of other stuff going on. Like Sony doing good stuff, and the music hype. K-pop Demon Hunters gets a 7 out of 10. And last but not least, this is gonna be a fast one, War of the Worlds. So I saw this the day it came out before any reviews were posted, and I'm a bit late to the party now, so this isn't really gonna have much of an impact, but holy shit, does this movie suck. I actually couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's literally basically the entire movie is basically through a Microsoft Teams camera, or FaceTime camera, any type of like video camera. It's just Ice Cube sitting at a desk being a little, whoa, alien. Is my daughter okay? What's my son-in-law doing? Is my son okay? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So basically the plot is Ice Cube plays the main character, and he's like this CIA guy who is in charge of like this mass surveillance program. So he's access to like every camera around the world, blah, blah, blah. And then aliens, basically meteorites come down and start attacking the Earth. And it's kind of his duty kind of to try and save it. But the whole thing is just him basically, it's literally just showing text conversations in his screen. Like the whole thing is at the screen. I reckon like 10 minutes, I'm like, this whole movie is just gonna be at the screen, isn't it? And it wasn't even like good creatively. And I feel like it's an Amazon Prime original. I feel like a lot of the Amazon Prime originals are actually kind of good, but they almost made this movie feel like an ad, like Amazon Prime, Amazon Delivery, every other type of random fucking service. I don't know. This movie is bad. I feel like I could have made a movie look better than this with zero experience. Like even the CGI aliens and stuff, even through the lens of a camera, it looked terrible. It borders on so bad it's good. Like this genuinely is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. 3 reviews, done quick. War of the Worlds gets 1, and I don't even know if it deserves that. But yeah, Saxon Jim, 3 reviews. Did you like the 3 review format? I kind of didn't watch anything meaningful this week, so I thought I'm gonna do all these 3 in one go, get them out the way, let me know what you thought. So with that being said, stay Saxy everyone. Saxon Jim out. Please subscribe, please.